Welcome to another video from Jadewolf Marketing. I am one of Jadewolf's founders, David, and I welcome you today to our little video about designing funnels and doing funnel and marketing campaign forecasts with Geru. In case you never heard about us before, Jadewolf Marketing is a specialized digital marketing agency that works exclusively with luxury travel and hospitality clients. We help our clients build digital marketing funnels and optimize them and run campaigns that help them get more online leads, affluent online leads for travel, and also affluent hotel bookings, hotel direct bookings for luxury hotels, five-star properties, etc., luxury vacation rentals, cruise companies sometimes. So, Geru is one of these simple, neat little tools that we use when we just start working with a client. We, take a look at what their sales marketing journey looks like, model it in Geru, feed some of their KPIs into the software, and then run forecasts and scenarios for different levels of marketing investment and advertising spend, which often helps a lot iron out, some of the flaws in their process. It helps us, with larger clients to make recommendations where we can add value at which stage of the process or which element of the funnel we can take over, which channel we can try to optimize for them that is not working currently the way it should. And yeah, it overall just allows us to have more predictability, more planability, and actually show hard numbers to our clients if they need to make an internal case for more marketing funding, for example. So let me show you the tool a little bit in different kind of scenarios and for different kind of funnels. So on the left here, you see obviously there's a bunch of drag and drop elements. You can just I want to have an email in there, or I want to have like another level of traffic source in there, and I can just delete them out again if I want to. Obviously, we need to, if it's like for a luxury travel agency, a lead generation funnel, we need to have like a product. So let's call it a high-end luxury trip, 35K US dollars for the trip. That could be for one person, multiple persons. In that case, it doesn't matter really at that moment. We're going to have a 25K product cost, so roughly a 10K profit on that trip. Sometimes the profit margins are higher or lower when it depends on the supply chain and suppliers that the agency has. But let's assume just some values so we can run a little bit of a scenario here. Then obviously we need some online traffic sources. No funnels without traffic. So we have some organic sources here. We have email marketing, right? 1,000 clicks in a month at zero cost because we're assuming that there is an established email marketing list. Some organic social media clicks coming from, let's say, Facebook or a mixture of organic social media channels. Some organic traffic from Google. Maybe the website is optimized for SEO. Maybe there was some work in terms of PR and link building in the past. And then obviously some Google ads from the Google Ad Suite, some search ads, some display ads, maybe even YouTube ads, you name it. The software supports a lot of different traffic channels. As you can see, we can program in everything under the sun here, which is great. But let's start with the simplistic mix, since a lot of medium-sized luxury travel agencies have usually a combination of those traffic channels, right? Then, in addition to the traffic channels as costs paid and organic, we have obviously our fees, right? If this is one of our average engagements, which is kind of usually starts at $50,000 a year and goes up to six figures or higher. Let's in this case assume 100K for our agency fees, so we can help our client, optimize their funnel, run marketing, design creatives, do some content, do some analytics. We kind of support the whole digital buyer's journey when it comes to luxury travel and hospitality. So that's usually what we kind of charge, for our average engagement. It can be higher, it can be lower at times. But let's assume some costs there as well because somebody needs to work on these funnels. So we have our traffic sources. You can find them here, right? They feed clicks into the website. The website is, assuming aggregated conversion rate of 15%, meaning 15% of people who visit the main homepage or any kind of category or service page or content page will eventually click on a call to action button that leads them to a contact form, right? And 5% of the people who land there will submit their details because they want to talk to an actual luxury travel advisor. And they will get a thank you message, right? Maybe with some information about okay, we will contact you, maybe some automated emails. Then that will be followed by a sales call. We're assuming a 20% closing rates, since hopefully the traffic sources are qualified and the people have the right net worth and the right level of buying intent and an interest in whatever destination, itinerary, type of travel experience, specialization this luxury travel agency has. So 20% go to quote proposal stage, right? About 75%, assuming that the sales rep is doing its work and qualifying properly the leads, should lead it to a close and a sold itinerary, right? So this is the most simplistic way you can look at an online lead generation funnel for travel. Let's run some numbers with these values. And here you can see with the numbers that we assumed, with the percentages that we assumed, uh, which are like pretty average, I would say. We talking 455K revenue US dollars in monthly, 100K profits, 5.5 million a year in revenue, and 1.3 million in profit. So that's kind of like a smaller agency client usually, right? Let's obviously, we don't have to just stay at that level. We can add some complexity to this. So let's go to this scenario here, which, as you can see, has some additional elements here. So obviously, we kind of like, increasing the level of traffic, organic and paid, right? That increases the costs. The product, let's make it a bit cheaper maybe, or right, it's what was 35K, so let's make it 35 here again, right? Our expenses are going up a little bit as well, since like this is more complex and we're kind of like, charging a little bit more to take care of more elements of the funnel. And again, the percentages, since in that scenario we have more traffic, we have more budget, we can optimize more. Let's assume here that like we have a 20% aggregate conversion rate or click-through rate from any kind of content page to a contact form application page. A 10% submission rate, that is better because we optimize the forms, we optimize the landing page experiences, the navigation, etc., the copy, the messaging, the branding, the luxury ad creative was all on point. But now, instead of from going thank you straight to a sales call, we're building in some nurture automation in here as well, which maybe talks about the brand or introduces the travel advisor that's going to speak to the lead. Then we have a call again with a 20% conversion rate. Proposal, this time 80%, since we did more work up here, and that leads to a sale. If somebody kind of like never opens the emails or don't shows on the calls, we have a no-show automation that is triggered, which can try to get people on a call again, get them to proposal, eventually to a sale. We also have a little bit of remarketing here, like some of the people that we lose that don't click through to the contact form, we can try to get them back and eventually, into a sale with by making them go through that process with this element here. And then last but not least, we have a chatbot here. It could be Drift, it could be any kind of like interactive chatbot, something AI driven even these days, right? Where we're also funneling some of the visitors into that. And that also has a conversion rate, obviously, right? That leads to a call, into a quote proposal, and to a sale. So this is a little bit more of a complex funnel, but we can decrease the complexity by basically, instead of an aggregate content page element, we can have your element for the homepage, for service pages, category pages. We could add in some video elements here, right, for some like brand marketing, some awareness building as well, and see how many people that view the videos actually go to the website and how that affects the traffic. We could, have multiple forms here for multiple products. We could here have different automations, different percentages for different sales reps, different styles of proposal with different conversion rates, and different levels of remarketing for different, like type of products. So basically, you can imagine we could add endless levels of complexity here, multiple journeys that are like all set in the same kind of like project to really, if it's a larger, more complex travel agency that has maybe 100 million a year in revenue or more, so we can basically help those kind of clients as well manage their complexity and really look at building more and more realistic forecasts. So now with those numbers, right, and this added degree of complexity, we're obviously achieving different revenue numbers, profit numbers as well. 4.5 mil in monthly revenue and 1.2 in monthly profit, and then 53 million in annual revenue and 40 million of that is pure profit. And that already pays already for our fees as an agency to help our clients kind of like, improve on that complexity, work with the in-house teams, work with their external partners. This is what we do. But since we also not only like work and travel, we also help hospitality businesses. And let me show you here like a sample hospitality funnel. Again, for let's assume it's a luxury hotel that has maybe a 10K average booking for like a 4, 5, 7 day booking for one of the nicer suites. Maybe there's also a potential for an upsell, right? Like some food and beverage, limousine concierge services that the guest would take in. Because I mentioned in the beginning, you can add multiple products. Traffic sources, online magazine, a travel influencer, Facebook ads, Google ads, right? Like an average property, 5-star property, will have a little mix of that. I don't include OTAs here, but we could do that as well. We're not a big fan of OTAs at Jadewolf for different reasons, but you can check out our blog if you want to know why. We find them critical when it comes to luxury properties. And here again, like a medium complexity funnel, 150K for agency fees to help the hotel manage their campaigns, their process, and optimize every step of the way. So here's again our traffic sources. We have an aggregate campaign landing page. It could be a specific page for a specific campaign. You can also build out these funnels, obviously, on the campaign level, not just on the business level, right? You can like model individual campaigns that you're planning, or you can just model all the like campaigns that you have in aggregates over the year, all the different journeys, all the different products, all the different percentages. And if you have a problem with coming up with these KPIs, measuring them, putting them into the system, then obviously we can help you with that as well, because we're very good in analytics and CRO. We know how to set up attribution modeling and UTM parameters and all the different ways you can actually do it nowadays, partially AI driven as well. And then, run source some audit strategy with you if you have a larger, more complex setup to kind of like funnel, find out the right KPIs that we can put into these scenarios. So we have an upsell here, right? Because if somebody goes to a landing page for a hotel campaign, or to like a hotel main page, maybe he will go to some room pages, check out some food and beverage offerings. And then when he's about to book the room directly through the booking engine, we might show him some, like a upsell package, right? If it's a luxury guest, then he might be able to afford it and maybe wants to buy it right away to have a full service hospitality experience. We're assuming a 50% e-com checkout because obviously, we want to have qualified traffic, people with the right net worth, the right intent, that are looking for like a hotel to stay, that have the means. Then obviously, if somebody types in all his data, all his upsells, but then doesn't convert, maybe we can have like, if it's would have been a larger booking, have a sales rep call him right from the hotel and make sure that the guest had the option to get everything he wants. So maybe there's something that wasn't available through the direct booking engine. So maybe the sales rep can close the sale and finalize the booking for the guest. And also we can have an email nurture here. Obviously, if somebody like falls off in the checkout process, to kind of like recover their booking and say, hey, you didn't never finish your booking. Do you still want to go to this property and stay there, right? Like a very low complexity hospitality funnel. Again, you can amp this up for different rooms, different kind of properties in different countries, in different currencies, with a multitude of different traffic channels and chatbots and all interactive elements, brand marketing, video marketing, audio marketing in front of that to change the costs for clicks and all kinds of interesting marketing things. So, but let's run the numbers just with these here so you can see it as well. Yes, so we're having a good ROAS, obviously, since it's the well-optimized, well-oiled funnel. In reality, often we don't have these like KPIs in the beginning, and we still need to work with the client a while to get it where it needs to be. But in this scenario, we would make 700K monthly revenue, 73K would be profit, 8.4 million a year, which is obviously not a lot for a hotel, but it could be a smaller boutique hotel maybe, and it would still be profitable, right? But these are just numbers that we came up with, Now we can 10x that scenario. This is also a great thing. You can have multiple scenarios here. And now all we did is basically increase the amount of traffic, right? Which also increases the number of the costs. We changed a little bit the conversion percentages. The structure of the funnel stayed basically the same. We have the same type of products. The expenses on our end have gone up since, like, the traffic is massively bigger. We have to manage more campaigns. But this is just like a placeholder basically. Then we run here, so we 10x everything. And as you can see, if that's the magic of funnels, that's what we at Jadewolf like approach marketing in luxury travel and hospitality, including brand and performance marketing from this angle. Because if you actually have the right KPIs, the right return on advertising spend, then you're looking in this 10x scenario of the same funnel with the same products, the 7 million a month, 835K, and 84 million in annual revenue and 10 million pure profits, which would be a nicer, like, medium 5-star luxury hotel, right? And again, you can amplify this, add like more journeys into it, more campaign funnels, more elements, increase complexity, make the KPIs sharper, and then you will have basically a great way of, analyzing funnels. And if you want us to do something like this for you, with your business, go to jadewolfmarketing.com, go to our contact us, book like a discovery call with us. I or like somebody else from our team would be happy to jump on a call with you and talk about some of the KPIs you have in your business right now, how we can like optimize parts of this process, help you get clarity, like get the right type of people here, right, with the traffic, the right type of affluent travelers into your funnel, and ultimately make you more money and make sure that you hit all your business goals this year, right? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're seeing this on YouTube, give it a like, subscribe to our channel. If you're seeing this on LinkedIn, please follow our page. And if you want to know more, go to jadewolfmarketing.com, subscribe to our newsletter, or book a call with us. And if you have a project that you need help with. Thank you so much and take care.